going to get to Mia Love right now, the Republican candidate. She's a Saratoga Springs mayor. Of course, she wowed him at the Republican convention last week. Mia did take time to sit down with me last week at the convention. She's a candidate for Congress right now in the fine state of Utah. Mia, there is this perception that if you challenge people, not all people, I want to stress that, they will avoid you at all costs. Is that a risky strategy?
Oh, no, I don't think so. Well, the people who aren't afraid to share their own comments, who aren't afraid of their policies, they'll get out and they'll send their message. But those who are afraid of their policies, who do want to shy away from them, I can see why they wouldn't want to get in front of you.
Of course, I could understand anyone being afraid to see me barreling in on them because they think I'm about to steal their lunch, but I digress. One thing I did notice, Mia, in your speech, so you reached out and said, look, I mean, they're embracing, as you know, if you've caught any of the speeches here, Mia, the virtues of government and that it can play a good role, and they've done it very candidly with people who have benefited from health care, people who have benefited from stimulus. They've embraced who they are. They don't see a problem with this, and Republicans saw very big problems with this, but you guys embraced who you were on trying to, cool it on all of this. So I guess I'm giving compliments to both parties here that they have embraced who they are. What then is the choice of Americans this fall?
Well, I think listening to Governor Patrick saying that he wants to stand up for what they believe in and that they should have a backbone, I say yes, go ahead and do that, because then we can have a clear choice. We know what they believe in. They believe that government can create jobs. Yet after all of their stimulus packages, yet after 4 years of Obama, we've got still have 23 million Americans underemployed, unemployed, or still looking for work. After $5 trillion of new debt, our economy is still struggling. So, I think that we should have these debates. I think people should talk about exactly what they believe in, and then we can have a clear choice, the differences between the two parties.
Now, I think one of the things he said, he disagreed with my interpretation of it in that extended one-on-one interview. But in all seriousness, one of the things he did say is that if you develop a backbone of that, we as Democrats shouldn't be ashamed of what we had done with these government initiatives. We've actually done a lot of good. So I think what he was saying, he disagreed with that exact interpretation. Get a backbone and embrace what we've done. Don't be ashamed of what we've done. What do you make of that?
Well, what I make of that is I agree with him. We should be talking about it, but they're going to have some explaining to do. Somehow they're going to have to explain to me and all other Americans why we're not better off than we were 4 years ago.
All right. Thank you, Mia Love. She's running for Congress. Her opponent, Congressman Methodist, is going to be with us on Friday, fair and balanced. He is going to have to sit down and interview. I don't have to chase him down on a boardwalk or anything like that.
Neil, we need as much help in this race as possible. We need to make sure that we're not going to allow them to buy the seat. They've got $2 million of attack ads against me. I need everyone to go to loveforutah.com.
All right, we'll watch that. Get your opponent's view of what you're doing. Now we've got Congressman James Clyburn on his